Alright, I'm gonna be real and I'm gonna get to the point real quick. Xbox fans, and not just Xbox fans, but Microsoft, the whole on how this whole problem started. Microsoft, when they first came with the original Xbox, it wasn't. They wanted to take over because Sony, as I wanted to say at the very beginning, it's a patriotic thing. Sony was taking over the living room. Nintendo was two Japanese companies, by the way. They were taking over the mobile space gaming market, where they were on the go all the time. They had that, and they also had the living room also as a second console. So the Japanese was basically taking over the living room, and Microsoft couldn't handle that. So it's like a patriotic thing. They wanted to have the living room, and they couldn't have the living room because Sony had the living room, and Sony is a Japanese company. Nintendo is a Japanese company. So here's the thing that they wanted to do. They wanted to take over that space. So they made original Xbox. Now, the original Xbox obviously was more powerful than the PlayStation 2, and the Nintendo. Nintendo is never really that powerful. It was more powerful than the PlayStation 2 because it came out a year after the PlayStation 2 came out, and they did the exact same thing with the 360. But here's the thing: the Xbox fans didn't give two shit. The Xbox fans didn't care about like the industry regardless, because as soon as Microsoft started doing some anti-consumer practices by forcing you to pay for online, which an online game shouldn't be charged for something like that, they accepted it. They said it's okay because Microsoft, you pay for what you get. You pay for what you get what you pay for, right? So you had a system that was breaking down the entire generation. Probably every 5 consoles the system broke down, and that's what you were paying for online for. You were paying for online, and the money was basically going for you to repair your system over and over and over again, all the way up to the 360, even to the Xbox One. The PlayStation 3 at that time, they were doing free online, and they had an optional for you to pay for PlayStation Plus. Fast forward to now the PlayStation 4, and Microsoft, and by the way, Sony won that generation no matter what anyone says, because at the end of the day, they sold more systems. They brought on better games, and the games look better on the PS3 than they did on the 360. And I'm talking about exclusives, because exclusives is what pushes the system. Microsoft's system was underpowered. The reason that multiplats look better is because multiplat devs couldn't handle the processor that was inside the PlayStation 3. Now fast forward to PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. The PlayStation 4 again was more powerful. Microsoft couldn't handle that. They couldn't beat Sony, so they went ahead and bitched out. Even though Sony also, in fact, both systems were underpowered, to be quite fair. Both systems were not powerful, but the PlayStation 4 again was more powerful. It was more powerful, and and there was a massive noticeable difference when it came to Xbox One games. But it's not that the Xbox One was putting out games at 720p. No, it was because the devs aren't very good, and they only had a few devs. Now they bought devs, they bought the developers, they bought studios. They got a more powerful console, but yet still can't produce a better looking game than anything that is on the PlayStation. Not even Gears 5 looks better than any of the PlayStation games that is out there now. Xbox fans accept everything they get. They brought out Game Pass because Xbox fans were not buying any of the games, and now all of that seems to be okay. Now, Sony, for some stupid reason, is now going with the mantra that we need to put games on PC. Now, let's get it straight. How are you the winner? In fact, not just the winner, the leader of this generation, and then yet you decide we need to put games on PC. Xbox fans ain't buying any games. They're getting that game. I bought an Xbox Game Pass for 6 months for a freaking $1. Now, I don't have no issues paying $1. In fact, that's what I'm gonna start paying from now on. If I can't get it for $1, I don't think I'm gonna buy Game Pass until a deal comes out where I'm paying that for $1. So, listen, Sony needs to get their stuff together, get their act together, because none of this is gonna work out in their favor. And I don't know where they think that Microsoft owns the PC space, so they can do all the BS that they want to do, because at the end of the day, they have the Microsoft OS, they have all that BS on PC. That is all their space. That is all their space. Game Pass didn't help Microsoft. It didn't help them sell games. Nothing that they did on they wouldn't even show freaking numbers of their Game Pass subscribers. They're not doing well, and they know they're not doing well. They just don't want the public to know that. But people who are smart, they can see that they're not doing well. But Microsoft doesn't want people to know that they're not doing well, so they keep changing their mantra. They change it from sales, then they change it from sales to food eating in freaking games. Then they change that from subscription, and they change it so much that it doesn't even you can't tell where they're gonna go next. What's gonna be the next reason that the Xbox is doing well? We don't know, because Microsoft keeps changing it. And then they change their dashboard format, which is not implemented yet, but they're changing their dashboard format to the PlayStation way, to what the PlayStation 4 looks like. They're literally carbon copying what the PlayStation looks like to think that they're going to get better sales. They're lost this generation. Nintendo Switch came out 2 years ago and already surpassed the Xbox One. And Xbox fans out here damage controlling. Every one of them damage controlling. Or the Xbox Series X is going to be more powerful, and that's going to win the generation. How is that going to do anything? The Xbox One X right now is more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro and even the Nintendo Switch, and yet they're still in last place. The Xbox One X is the most powerful console in the world right now, and yet they can't do anything. They can't make better sales. It hasn't done them nothing. Even better yet, every game that came out and is even enhanced on the Xbox One X does not look better than the PlayStation 4 exclusives. 6 teraflops compared to 4, and nothing on there looks better. Nothing. Not even Gears 5. Not even Gears 5. And they want to put Ford. I swear, I don't get Microsoft. I do not understand Microsoft's format. But at the end of the day, I'm not an Xbox guy like that. I'm not gonna cap for Xbox like some of these dudes cap for. I'm not even gonna cap for Sony. If Sony starts screwing up, I'm gonna give them hell, and they are screwing up. At the end of the day, listen, Microsoft gonna screw up, Xbox fans gonna damage good. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, I'm out. Peace, and God bless y'all.